Our Business with Ness. I'm Ness and I'm a professional illustrator. So now that we're in our new house that we bought last year, one of my projects that I really wanted to do is renovate our spare bedroom into my art studio slash filming studio. So I have been using it already, but the space is absolutely disgusting. There's wallpapers, there's holes, a whole lot of work needs to be done before it's a dreamy art studio. We're going to DIY all of this on a shoestring budget, and so come with me and see the transformation of a new art studio. Let's go! So this is what we have to work with. This is the filming room. It's a good sized room and the floor is nice, but as you can see, there is a lot of freshening up to do. So first of all, we had some electrical work done in the house, and so we have these gigantic holes. So we need to get those holes fixed pretty soon if we want to do anything. But there is this wallpaper that we need to remove. We can't plaster over this, obviously, and it really needs the removal too. Here someone tried, but this is very old wallpaper. It might have been here since the house was built, and so it's not like a peel and stick from today. It's going to be very, very difficult to remove. And so we went ahead and bought this wallpaper steamer that is going to help us with the removal. And so we need to get that done. Just for right now, I put up this sheet. It's a bed sheet that I taped up with so much duct tape because it fell down so many times. And so I'm using this as my background for my videos just because this ugly wallpaper was behind and I wanted to hide that. And so this is the space right now, but after the wallpaper removal, plastering, and a good coat of paint, it should be loads better. All right, so it is Saturday and we're ready to start removing this wallpaper.
Okay, go.
Okay, let's remove. So we have been going for about 2 hours, and honestly it's going better than I thought. We have this entire first wall done and we started on the second wall in about 2 hours. This wallpaper steamer is great. I was really worried because it's an old wallpaper, but it's quite easy to remove with the wallpaper steamer, and this stuff just like rips right out. So it's really, really cool. Looking forward to getting all of these walls ripped out like this. It's really gross underneath and we're gonna have to patch all of these cracks, but that's for next step. I'm definitely a little bit out of breath and frazzled. At some point I got splashed with glue all over the face. Second day, and we're about to take a break for lunch. This is going surprisingly well. Look at this. It's going so well, partly because we've discovered this wallpaper was straight on the plaster. This isn't painted wall, it's naked plaster. And so what we've discovered is that it used to be they would put just a little paper backing directly on the plaster, and then they would put wallpaper or paint over that. Partly why the wallpaper is coming off so easily, but this is naked plaster. We're gonna have to treat this before we can paint it. We're gonna have to do a skim coat of plaster all over because look at this. It looks terrible. We really have a lot of work ahead of us. So there's still a bit in that corner that we haven't removed yet, and then around the trims, like around the windows and stuff, there's just like a little bit we're going to do that next weekend. Hello, so it's weekend number 2. Today we're removing the last little bits of wallpaper that were in the corners, and then we're washing all the walls to get rid of all the glue and all the little bits. Wish me luck!
Riveting.
It's Sunday morning and we're still washing walls. They are very, very dirty and they're full of glue. So we're washing, probably all day, going to continue washing these walls. Here's a close-up of the gunk. Hello! It's the third weekend and today we're priming our naked plaster wall so that then we're going to be able to do drywall repairs on top. Just to make sure that the drywall compound will stick to the plaster, we're priming everything. Now I know that it looks like I didn't do much, especially starting this mid part of the video. We kind of decided that it was too much of a pain for both of us to film and alternate so we can both be in the video. So I was in charge of filmography from here on out, and that's why I don't appear in the video. But don't you worry, I was there and I was working too. And here we are, the primer is finished, and honestly it already looks so much nicer. I think this paint on the trim right here used to be white. And it's definitely not white anymore. Because this is just one coat of primer. It's still a bit beige throughout and it still looks much whiter than this trim is. Hello, it is Sunday on weekend number 3 and we're ready to finally patch the holes in the wall. Finally, after all this time, these giant holes are going. We have these wall patches that we got. They're aluminum wall patches and they're self-adhesive. So first we're going to patch those on the wall and then we're going to mix our spackle so that we can put that on top.
Oh, they have a tiny little cute spackle.
Well, we didn't need to buy our big ones, I suppose. We don't need this. We have this little one. That'll do the job.
Definitely. And different sizes.
Yeah, let's go.
Here you go. Is it sticky?
It's sticky.
It makes a satisfying noise.
We have patches on every hole, including around here the ceiling, and we put on some bits of tape on these larger holes that are a little bit depressed in the center. So this is just some mesh tape that we put over it, and now we're ready to spackle.
I have no idea how to mix this. Do you want to mix while I film?
So it's 3 of this. All right, so it's a couple hours later and we have filled every little nail hole, crack, and gigantic hole that we could see, including the ceiling. And so it's looking pretty good right now. We just have to sand it to make sure that it's really smooth, because right now it's a little bit puckery. But before it sands, we have to make sure it's really dry. So we're gonna go and take a couple hours, take lunch, and we're gonna come back to sand. We have sanded everything and it went really well. Honestly, it was much easier than I expected. The only thing is it was very dirty. So now we're vacuuming because there is dust everywhere. We had to put on our masks just because there was dust heavy in the air, and then got plaster rain on us when we were working on the ceiling. So let's go clean up and go to the next step next weekend. Hello, it is weekend number 4 and we were supposed to start with the skim coat, but honestly I'm not feeling so well. very tired, and so we're just gonna take it easy this weekend. Today we're going to sand the trim and baseboards because that needs to be done at some point. If that's all we do today, I'm good with that. Here we are and we're ready to do the skim coat. Very exciting.
It's very secure. Oh.
Okay, now that's too wide.
What?
I don't think there's enough mud. There's nothing for me to spread. Okay, could you put some more on those empty spots? And while you're there, could you try to get some in the corner there?
In that corner?
Yeah. Okay, 1 wall down, 3 to go. So we're all done, and here's what it looks like after the skim coat. So it's not even at all. We just did our best, you know, we're not professional, but we're gonna be able to sand all of this. And so what I tried to do is make sure that there's no depressions, like nothing dipping into it, and anything that's in relief, like those things that are sticking out, like it's even coming apart just with my fingers. So we're gonna be able to sand that out all nicely. But this was difficult. I did not expect it would be this difficult. It was very hard, and getting a smooth finish was like almost impossible. Whew. Props to people who do this professionally. It's difficult. So now we are sanding, and there's going to be plaster dust everywhere in here. So look at our nice little getup. Super cute. Let's go. Finally, it's over. Yay! This took so long. We've been sanding for 4 days. We breathed in so much plaster dust. It is downright unhealthy.
It's
But
a miracle we're not sweating it.
exactly. But finally, all the walls are smooth as a baby's butt and we are ready for priming. First of all, we had a little bit of a water stain under the window, and so we started with a maximum stain blocker special primer, a tiny can of it. It was super expensive, and let's see how that went. First thing that we've done that actually covered the stain this morning, it was just a faint little thing coming out, and so before breakfast I did a second coat. Now that's all covered and we're ready to do the normal PVA primer. We need to do 2 coats of this in order to seal in the new drywall. Let's go! So it is the next day and the first coat is all dried. Honestly, it looks better than it has any right to after just 1 coat of primer. It looks great, especially this area here. All of the water stains are gone finally, yay! So it all looks super nice. The walls are also very smooth. Like there's nothing to see here. It's all smooth wall. Very, very happy with our work with the skin coat. So today we're doing the second coat of primer on the walls. Should take about a couple hours. Truthfully, we could have done that yesterday. The first coat had dried, but we didn't wanna. Honestly, it's our 6th or 7th day by now of non-stop work on this room. We are tired, we are sore, but slowly but surely we are seeing the end of the tunnel. Today we're doing the caulking all around the windows and baseboards. So we have our caulking gun, we have our bucket and our rag, and let's get this started. We're almost at the end. The last thing left to do is to paint. We have this tarp down again, taped everywhere. So we're going to do the trim first, the white, and then we're going to do the side walls, which are a light blue, and then finally the last wall, the accent wall, which is going to be a dark blue. This is it now, the next day after it's dry. The paint is a lot whiter than the primer, so it's really nice to see. Now we're gonna do a second coat. Cinematic.
I'm filming
Okay.
already.
Go. Good morning! 2 coats done on the trim everywhere. Now it's time to actually add the paint to the walls. So it looks almost white, but it's a very pale blue-gray, which I'm starting to have doubts. I hope that it's not actually white. Okay, so now we have a first coat done on the first color. So it's this very light blue-gray. And this wall is going to be the accent wall, my filming backdrop. It looks super cute. I'm really happy so far. It's gonna be really nice. So this is after 2 coats in the light of day. It snowed last night. It looks very beautiful and even. And we're ready to paint this wall today. Yay! I learned a new tip from a YouTube video that the first coat, you don't have to cut all the way to the edge, you just go nearby and you actually cut on the second coat. This tip saved us so much time. And the first coat is on. It looks super spotty, but even so, it's so pretty. I'm so in love with it. I really like how it offsets this light gray blue. It's going to be a great backdrop for videos. You can just imagine it. All right, so it is time to decorate this bad boy. I went to the thrift store. I got these cushions in dusty pink, and this one is a light blue. I also have some random stuff that I've collected. These are some frames that I have and some artwork. I have a calendar that I want to cut out some of the pieces to make some prints because this is really beautiful. It's from Sarah Gesek, one of my favorite artists. I have these two IKEA floating shelves. Little fake plant, a little thing that was given to us by my in-laws. This random thing, I don't even know what it is. It kind of opens in the middle. Found it at the thrift store. I don't know what it is, but kind of called to me. I like it. It's going to be a nice little accent of color. Look how good it looks on this wall because the stitching is the exact same dark blue as the wall. So I don't know what it is, but I like it. And I have this drama llama that I bought at Walmart ages ago. A little figure drawing dummy. And I have these comment strips so we can put some stuff on the walls without making holes in my brand new plaster walls. Some sticky dots for prints that are not framed. So yeah, I have stuff here, and now let's think about what we're going to do. I'm not sure exactly. I want to put together some sort of gallery wall that's going to be a really nice YouTube backdrop. So I'm gonna have to think about it. I'm going for eclectic pops of colors, you know, fun stuff going back here. So yeah, but I do have a plan. We're going to first figure out where we put these two shelves because that's going to be kind of the main layout and everything else can go around it. I really like how the pale pink works with the blue. It's really cute. And so the idea that I have for the shelves, I took a plain piece of paper and I lined the shelf with the bottom, and I'm just going to make a mark and I'm going to cut this paper. And so I'm going to have these guides that I'm going to be able to scotch tape to the wall to see, you know, what it looks like before I actually place the shelves. Interesting. Blah, 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 blah. Then the other idea is doing this asymmetrical thing, kind of like a staircase. And honestly, I think I may prefer this better because previously it looked like it was kind of framing my face. So I'm using comment strips on these shelves, which is really not how they're supposed to be put on, but I don't want to make holes in the walls, and with 4 of them it's supposed to hold all the way up to 12 pounds, so it should really be all right. Alright, so the comment strips are on and I'm supposed to wait now an hour for the adhesive to bond. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go frame some prints. So furniture delivery. This actually is not for the office. It's a new kitchen table and I'm getting the old kitchen table. And there we go. We are all finished with the renovation, with the decoration. So let's go in and I'm going to show you the final result. So there we are. I thought it was fitting to end the video in my new YouTube background. How do you like it? Since I started this channel in December 2020, we've gone through a few different backgrounds, some of questionable quality, but from here on out, I will be filming in this studio. And I'm so very excited for the future of this channel and all the new videos that I'm going to make here. Thank you so much for coming with me on this journey to make this new art studio. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!